Day 6, Red River.
550 miles we're starting right now.
Just finished 135 on the Otter Tail with our dads.
Been experiencing a lot of hospitality from so many people. It's amazing and awesome.
Seeing 9 weeks.
Yeah, we're excited.
Hoorah.
Bye.
The Red River. It was for this section I had the lowest expectations for the whole trip. Long, winding, muddy, and flat. Ignore that last clip, it was not typical. It's flat. I thought we were going to get sick of the Bloody Red soon after starting. We didn't. I loved every minute of it. From its birth at the confluence of the Otter Tail and the Boise des Sioux, it really did change little, but for size. Dropping but inches per mile, it wound its way as if lost. I think the Red is in no hurry, 'cause she just likes the valley. Steadily she winds her way through endless miles of river-bottom woods, fields, town after town of struggling agriculture-based economies. The Red explores a region in transition. Fargo-Moorhead has one of the strongest economies in the country right now, absorbing the young, bright, hard-working youth from the surrounding towns. The Red traditionally flowed quietly in her banks most years, but recently she has wanted a closer peek at her surroundings most every year, which people in the valley label as floods. Climate change, the draining of wetlands for more tillable land, bad luck, or could it be my first hypothesis? A curious river trying to get a closer look at a fascinating place she has had an integral part in sculpting.
Good morning.
We didn't see very many people on the Red River, but we did see a lot of critters.
Hey! Fly away! Coffee's free.
For how many days now?
This is second day.
Do you think you'd be stopping in Grand Forks for some fresh coffee from the coffee shop?
I believe there's danger in that. However, if this depends on our pace. If we get there late afternoon, no danger. I won't want coffee. But if we got there midday and it was as cool as it is right now, I might have to go for a walk.
You could have gone for a walk yesterday, I believe, to a little place we'd like to call Climax.
Yeah.
But you decided to pass on the chance to Climax, huh?
To Climax, but it was too hot.
Too hot to Climax?
Too hot to make it to Climax, and I don't know. We thought about going beyond Climax, but we really didn't know where that was, and we'd never been there before. So, I guess maybe another time.
Weather, water, wind, and the upside-down W, mud. Oh, the challenges of the Red. The Egyptian civilization was built on the silt left behind by a flooding river. The Red does the same, but unless you're in a textbook or float above the ground, not mentioning what the locals call gumbo would be a grave omission. Caked to your boots, it was annoying, and with 60 pounds on your back, it was downright dangerous. It was, however, helpful in that it kept us in the boat paddling and not napping along the shore. The wind. Talking about the wind now would be a little premature. When we talk about Lake Winnipeg, it's then that we'll be able to talk about the wind. The water was flat 99.9% of the time with a fairly steady current because of the flood we were riding on. To most along the shores, the high water encroached on their lives. To Jason and I, it served only to reduce our effort to make miles. Slumping or riverbank mudslides eat away at the trees, fields, and in cases, people's homes. This is what we like to call shooting the gap.
No touchy.
Weather. We saw some pretty hot days, some pretty cool days, some cloudy days, and some sunny days. Overall, they were all amazing days, and besides our lovely wind, the weather was so accommodating to our paddling comfort, we had absolutely nothing to complain about. This one is a little too hard to explain.
I've always wanted to be to Norway, and we're finally here. Kind of excited. Quick trip through. Wasn't as exciting as Climax was. That's about it.
What you doing, Jason?
Having a little snack break out on the water. Since we started 2.5 hours ago, and it's only 9:30 in the morning.
Can you tell us about today?
Today's a good day. We spent the night at Catfish Ven, also known as Catfish Haven, which has since been abandoned a long time ago, and most of it was underwater. Slept good. Got up at 5:30. Some breakfast, packed up camp. In the water by 7. I started my strenuous day of paddling. Well, you made a few phone calls and checked in with people. And today, our goal is to continue our 43-mile trek to the Canadian border. And hopefully have a layover day tomorrow for some well-deserved rest and relaxation. Maybe a little yoga. Then we're gonna, after our layover day, I think we'll have 2 to 3 short days of paddling up to the big city of Winnipeg. Hopefully arrive there around Sunday. Meet up with your cousins. Spend a couple days there. And push on for the last probably 2 days of the Red River before we hit the big lake. It's kind of an exciting time for us. Border crossing today. Little family time. Little rest time. And the next chapter of our adventure.
Hello? Hi, my name is Codename Red, and I have Black with me. Yep, we're the guys. So he talked to you? Perfect. We'll be at the meeting spot in a couple of moments. Make sure you're not followed.
What did customs tell you?
They're supposed to be here at 4:45.
All right, you're right on time.
That's right. Any minute now.
Duluth area? Was it? Yep. See, I saw we have a little GPS device with it called Spot. Okay.
So what do you do with trains that are coming through?
What we call Bacchus scam. They're a gamma ray scam, so it's an X-ray system, really.
Do you find things on trains?
Yeah, well, more likely than not, we find like trademark violations. You know, we get a lot of commodities from the Pacific Rim. This is obviously a rail bridge. This is also a twist bridge. It's a very, very old bridge, so it used to turn on that center rotation block, the one with the cinder block kind of design. It would turn on that. This, of course, straight ahead of us, this is the bridge that you were on yesterday because you docked on the other side of that. And this, when the river floods, this is the Pembina right here. You know that. And the water will come up onto the bridge. It will get that high, so they will actually close in the rest of this dike with steel or metal barriers.
Wow.
Tell us what's going on, Jason. Oh, we're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs in Canada right now on a huge screen TV. And we're about to have a bunch of wine, homemade.
I think I may have left my water bottle behind at Marion Luke's. Got a new water bottle.
All right, Jason.
Wow.
What happened?
Well, we just got to the floodgate in the city of Winnipeg, just outside. Saw the sign on the side of the river that said danger, no boat traffic. Pulled off to the side, and fortunately a nice gentleman came out from his house and offered to help us portage our gear and ourselves around. So we just got done portaging around that, and we just loaded all our gear up, tied in, and went through some pretty huge turbulent waters back there. Quite successfully, I would say. It's been a good day. Excited to be in Winnipeg, and I have a couple more days as a layover here.
You're on camera, Sarah. You're being recorded.
What do you want to know?
Just tell us something about your great city.
It's not very exciting. There's a lot of stabbings in Winnipeg. Yep. STD, capital of Canada.
How do you know that?
Chlamydia.
Because I work at a hospital.
There's good bars though.
Yeah.
Fun to dance. People are friendly for the most part. U of M is fun. Wise guys. Check it out.
There's a river running through it. There's a perimeter that goes all the way around. So
What's
if
the
you don't want to
perimeter
drive,
made out of?
Concrete.
it's like a big highway that, and if you don't want to drive through, you can drive around. You know.
There's a floodway.
Yep, there's
For
a
every
flood.
year when it floods.
Was that a monkey?
No.
RCMP? It's just Canada's law enforcement, I guess.
Had you ever run into one of them? And
I've ran away from one of them.
ran away from them.